Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great and wonderful afternoon. Yes, well, I started to do a video yesterday and got company, so I wasn't able to finish it. And I went out and took a walk a little bit earlier. I made one round, and I was like exhausted. I'm like, oh man, I can't make it. Oh, you can't make it? What are you, lazy? Yeah, I'm a little bit lazy. So, but it seems kind of strange. I get on here and get to talking, and you think I'd be out of breath more from running me chops. But I start talking, and next thing you know, I've walked a half an hour or better and don't even realize it. So I guess I'm self-entertaining, right? I don't know. Self-entertaining. He's a self-entertaining fool, I say. Oh my, yep. Entertain yourself. Well, that's the best entertainment there is, right? You can't offend nobody because you're entertaining yourself. I mean, it's just all about you, right? Yes, you don't have to worry about nobody else. You might offend your pup if you're taking them for a walk, though. That's for sure. They might not like your jokes, if you got any. I don't have no jokes. The only joke is, I guess, I don't know. I don't even know any jokes anymore. I can't remember them. I knew a few, but I don't know too many nowadays. I done lost my joking ability. Lost a lot of abilities, that's for sure. Oh my. So I thought, well, you know, throw up a video. Why not? You ain't doing anything else. We got a severe drought, so we ain't allowed to have no fires. We only allow to grill or use propane selectively. I don't know what that means. So, yeah, they don't want to catch anything on fire. Everything's super bone dry. I thought I was going to get some rain today. I had a big old cloud form over my house. And I thought, oh man, I'm going to get drowned. Wow, I feel raindrops. I don't know if I can get any on the camera or not. I don't know. There ain't no clouds up there. Look at that, straight up. You look up straight up at the sky, what do you see? Well, I guess there's some little cloudies, but I'm feeling little teeny drops of rain hitting me for some reason. Wow, that'd be pretty wild if I get drowned out here real quick and there's no rain clouds or nothing. Hey, anything's possible, right? Never say it's impossible. It could happen. There's the old dog. Oh, he's way behind me back there. He's trailing in the back there somewhere. Where do I see him? Should be able to see him. The old boy's having it rough. The old Father Time's kicking him in the old booty. But yeah, I've been studying my Bible a lot. Learning a lot of stuff. Having a good time reading it. But yeah, the other dog gets run around the field. I don't know if you can see. She's out there having a good old time. I don't know what she's doing out there in the field, but she's doing it. So, but I just hope everybody's having a good time. Or at least trying to. Enjoy yourself. I need to get into some other stuff for a little while and take a little bit of a break from learning all this new information and stuff and give my brain a rest. I've about fried that thing out. There wasn't much in there anyway, you know. Little crumb. Probably a squirrel's got a bigger brain than I do. That's for sure. I did see a squirrel the other day. They like to come over and chew out their soybean plastics out of your cars and trucks and stuff. Somebody got the big brainstorm of making your plastics on your vehicles out of soybean oil. And of course, squirrels and stuff like that, they'll just chew your fender off for you, right? But yeah, it's last summer was pretty dry too. There's an old willow tree right there. It broke off and fell down. It's got some live stuff on it. We took some dead willow like that and made charcoal for the muskets. And it wasn't very good, no. I think you need some real good green wood to charcoal. You know how when you put a log in the fire and it's green? And it goes and it pops. It pops and cracks and goes crackle, crackle, pop, pop. I think that is like an energy release out of that there green wood and stuff. And I think maybe if you charcoaled that and then ground it into charcoal powder and use it in your musket, I'm thinking that's where that extra snappy powder comes from. Ball mill it for a good 24 hours There's a channel called, I think it's called Black Powder Everything. And that's a place to go if you want to learn how to make that stuff. They got the recipe down. They always seem to have super snappy powder. So I would say that if you got the equipment and stuff to do it like they do it, that would definitely be a good place to learn how to do it. Especially if you can't afford, you know, what was it last time I was in Walmart, and it's been a while back, they had a pound of powder for like $53 or something like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, you get a lot of shots out of a pound of powder, but still, you know, if you're just playing or whatever, just want to pop off some clay balls, goofing around. You can shoot lead too, if you want to. There's one guy put a marble down his and got it stuck. He had what they call, I think they call them swamp barrels. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that's what they call them. And they're open, and then in the middle they get tight. They tighten up in the middle. I think that's what the Traditions Kentucky long rifle has, a swamp barrel on it, and it gets tight in the middle. Because Junior there, he got a ball stuck in one of them, and I had to take it out by little pieces of lead at one at a time. You can pull your breech plug and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't do it that way. I just took my time, and I'd thread into it and try to pull it out of there, and it wouldn't move. And then I'd get the threads on the ball screw remover full of lead, and I'd just clean it out, run it back down in there, and get another load of them. And then I just kept doing that. And then eventually I was able to get it out of there, and it was a chore. But you can do it. Don't panic, I guess, is the thing if you're shooting your muskets and balls, clay balls or lead balls or whatever. The main thing is, if you get one stuck, don't panic about it. Don't worry about it. You can get it out of there. Just be safe when you're doing it. You know, you can even take and put a little powder in the pan and tap in there and get a little behind there and set it off, and it'll build up some pressure. Sometimes it'll pop that thing right out of there. We've popped them out with air before. There's several different ways to do it. When we've had some stuff stuck, and I mean really stuck, we had to get it out in pieces. So pretty bad, stuck that bad, but we got her. So the main thing is don't panic. You know, I mean, if worse comes to worse, I suppose, you know, you can pull the breech plug, but I don't like to do that on them Indian muskets. Some of them, I can't even see a seam in them. I'm thinking, do they have a breech plug, or is that just one solid barrel? I'm not sure. But I don't pull the breech plugs. But I'd say to just relax, and then you can get her unstuck. Just have to take your time, get creative about it. You know, anything with a thread on it. If anything else, you got one stuck and you go down in there and with the ball remover and it pulls out, you can get something with a bigger thread on it, go down there and get another big chunk of it. And eventually you'll be able to get it. You'll pull it up out of there. It just takes time. There's no point being in a hurry. Don't take your ramrod and put it on the side of the table and then try to shove your gun down on it. That's a good way to get yourself hurt. You don't want to do that, or bust your ramrod, or, you know, cause you some other problems. That's just not a swift way to do anything. So you just got to think a little bit. Safety, safety, safety. That's the main thing. Because you want to have fun and you want to have a safe day. So that's what we're looking at when we go out and mess around. But yeah, we haven't really had any rain, but these fields are green. If you look over that way, green, 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 green fields. Regular grass is dead. Certain places the ground's all burned up. Other places it's pretty green. It's not bad. You wouldn't know that we hadn't had any rain for a while. So I thought I'd walk and goof around a little bit and goof off and say, yeah. Well, yeah, you've been walking. This is my second time down through here, and I didn't even think about it. The first time I didn't take the camera or my phone with the camera. Come down here, I was done, baby. I was ready to go back to the house. I was done. I said, I've had enough. There goes old the old dog again. She'll run and run and run, and then she'll go in the house and flop down on the floor and act like I need to call 911 for her, right? Oh, a mosquito. I hate mosquitoes. I had a bunch of bumps on my leg after that last video I did there at night. A bunch of little red bumps. So mosquitoes must have been just having a tasty meal on me while I was walking and talking, right? I'm talking, don't even notice it. You're being eaten alive, Mr. Ed. Well, maybe so, but I didn't notice it. Oh, goodness. So, well, I hope you guys have picked up your Bible and done a little bit of reading of the scriptures. I've been spending some time in Matthew 24, checking that out, reading that. That's a pretty good book to study. Yeah, that's about where I've been mostly. Been messing around with the 7 mysteries of the Bible, I guess you could say. The mystery of the mysteries, right? That's, oh, you're gonna name the mysteries? Well, I was going to, but all of a sudden I went blank. I knowed them just a minute ago. I know one of them is a mystery of Babylon. That's not really a mystery if you know too much or a little bit about stuff. That's not going to be a mystery at all. Used to be, I guess, but it's been revealed. So a lot of them, Old Testament, a lot of mysteries, but New Testament reveals a whole lot of information to you. So that's always good news. So then you can put it together. You know, you say, well, let's see, what's this say? And read it carefully, because every word has extreme importance. It can change things. I've looked stuff up, missed a couple words, and that's all it takes to throw you off. You want to make sure you read every word, and you want to read slow, and remember what each word means as you read it. And man, you will get such a great, amazing gain of knowledge from doing it that way. It just sinks in so much better. I'm not much of a reader, but I've been reading at it. It usually makes me real tired. I can't read without falling asleep. I read something, I'm done, right? It's like, I can't stay awake for that. But it's getting better. I can actually read longer now. My reading time without passing out has increased, right? That's right. We got some turnips, cooked them up and ate them, and they tasted real turnipy. And I guess we left the turnip skins on them. I thought, man, you peel them like a potato, get that turnip skin off there, because I think the outside, like it's not like a potato where it adds flavor to it. I think it makes it more turnipy. So I hadn't had turnips for a long time, and man, they did not like me very well. I got to get used to them. I hadn't had them, and they really give my stomach fits. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but I figure it's probably good since, you know, they're all natural and growed out of the dirt and everything. They're, I don't know if they're like what they call a tubular kind of vegetable or what, but they did the trick when it comes to giving me some stomach problems. Woo, they got me good. But I enjoyed them. They were a little bit strong. As a kid, I would have hated them things. But I think you want to peel them like a potato and then cook them up with some potatoes, probably make them even better. Make some potato soup with turnips. Yes, it's a tasty meal. It's a tasty meal, I say. Yeah, that's right. Oh, goodness. Yep. Wow, I'm trying to stay away from all the negativity in the world, so it makes it rough to talk about much of anything, the way things are going nowadays, right? It's like, man, everything's just so negative. You can't believe nothing they tell you. Most of what they tell you is a lie. None of what they tell you is true. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. So, I don't know. I guess you just plug along, do the best you can. Oh, goodness. But walking's good for you. Get the circulation going. That way you can get the blood moving and help heal the body. You go to bed, you sleep better. Take your vitamins. I took a bunch of iodine, kelp. It's got iodine in it. I took a bunch of kelp today for the iodine. So I don't know what that'll help me with, because I usually don't take much of it because it makes me hyper. And I don't want to get too hyper unless I be active and doing something. So maybe I need that to get me up walking. I'll start walking and running around, having a good time, talking to myself. I'm talking to you, Mr. Ed. I'm talking to myself. Right. Post this up here on my channel just for fun. Right? Put it up there and people can watch it if they want to. If they don't want to, they don't have to. If you stuck along this long, they're probably doing better than me, because to be honest with you, I'm kind of boring myself, right? I'm not hitting the notes of excitement. So, oh my goodness, not hitting the notes of excitement at all. I just keep thinking, oh look, I don't know if you can see that up there in the sky or not. Can you? Where is it? There's that tree. There's a plane flying. I believe it's reflecting the sun off of it because it's up high enough to catch the sun. Almost looks like a UFO flying disc or something, eh? I don't know where it's at. I don't even know if you can see it. I don't know. I looked up and seen it. Huh. Oh, it's an alien invasion, I say. It is an alien invasion, you think? Well, it's way up this way. I don't know. I can't see it. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. It's more likely a jet, eh? It has a little trail behind it, but not too much. Right? I don't know if it's planting some chemical trails or what's going on there. Right? Where is the moon at? I don't see the moon. No, I don't. I looked around, I don't see it. It's hiding from me, she is. Yep, I can see where the sun is, though. She's just heading on off that way, taking off. Heading off over to wherever it goes, right? I come across here today and heated the place up to about 88 degrees. Yes, sir. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Well, you know, we got to get into something fun. It gets colder here and it starts cooling down. I'll be slapping on some of them costumes we got from the 18th century. Maybe walk around in those. I don't know. It's just funner for me to watch myself in those costumes, because it's like, oh wow, is that really me? When I get into those, I got to shave. You know, they didn't have no beards or nothing. They kept clean shaven, and I got clean shaven, and then was going to do something and never got it done. So usually about the time I get ready to do something, I end up catching a cold or something. I ain't feeling good. Now I'm like, oh dude, I got all this mucus and snot. I'm coughing and hacking. Well, I'll be honest with you. I think maybe that 4 or 5 kelp tablets might have knocked some of that out. Some of that congestion and stuff. I don't know. I hadn't taken it like that. Had a friend of mine said he was knocking out his congestion with some iodine tablets. And I thought, man, I got some good natural kelp iodine. I could use that. So I tried it. So far, I don't know. I'll be able to tell in the morning, because that's usually when I get the most congested, when I'm sleeping. And I get it in the morning. But seems to have done something today. I seem to have a little less congestion. But my stomach has not been real good. And that's not no fun. So, thought I'd throw up this video. But I just been, you know, I don't know, spending my time. Days go really fast. It's like I don't have time to do nothing. And then when I get some time, you know, maybe I do. Maybe I don't feel like doing anything, huh? I like to do some silly Frenchy stuff. Maybe I got to get one of them French muskets and stuff and play around with it, and I'll get in the mood, right? Yeah, I just ain't been in the mood for all that stuff. So it'll probably be what is it? April, May, June, July, August, September. This is September. Yeah, it's been about 6 months since I got to the point where I got saved. So you'll hear some not appropriate stuff in some of my older videos. So I started the channel before that. So you might hear some inappropriate stuff. So don't think that, well, if he was really, you know, saved, why is he? Yeah. So don't pay attention to that, because that's before, you know. And I got to, we're trying to work the Lord into what I was doing. You know, being that I'd always said if I had had people around I was watching, I'd make sure that I let them know how he's blessed me in my lifetime. But yeah, pretty interesting. So one of them things that's just amazing. I keep getting more and more amazed all the time. I just like scratching my head, trying to find well, I ain't really trying to find any errors or nothing like that. I'm not a critic or anything like that. I'm just amazed that I'm trying to find other stuff that and how it fits and lines up, because I know it will, and it does. All that stuff hooks right together. So I don't know if I'll upload this video or not. It seemed like a boring one to me. If so, you could say, hey Ed, don't upload no more of those. That's way too boring for me. I can't take it, right? So, oh man, I never thought that I'd ever see the day that I would be walking around reminding myself of Fred Sanford, right? Because I'm walk like Fred Sanford anymore. Today my feet were killing me. They were hurting like crazy. I didn't even walk. I hadn't even done anything except try to stay out of trouble. That's it. Try to stay out of trouble. But now I find myself walking around like Fred Sanford, you know? Except I don't drink and I don't smoke and I don't chew. And I did in the past. You know, I'm no, I got no angel wings, I can tell you that. But I just don't do that stuff now. Life's too short to do that, way too short. So I don't want to do that kind of stuff. But, all right, well, 22 minutes of walking, that's better than nothing, right? So, oh, hey, the old pup's here. He turned and did a spin with me when we turned around. I don't know if he'll go in the house now or not. He might. So I can sneak between this pampas grass. I think there was a skunk living in this grass here one day not too long ago. I was busy doing some stuff and got to looking, and all of a sudden I started smelling skunk. So I think he got in those things. But I'm debating on cutting them down. I mean, they're dry. Those things have giant water reservoirs in them. So for them to dry up like that, yeah, I've never seen them that dry before. This one here is really bad. But yeah, I had some bamboo I planted. I think I had some come up, but I planted it like in the middle of that pampas grass, and then I cut it down, and I don't think it made it because it didn't get no sunlight. Bamboo loves sunlight. So you gotta get some free time. Check out bamboo and how it grows and all that kind of stuff and the different types of bamboo. That is such a cool and interesting thing to check into. I found it to be very interesting, the old bamboo. That's for sure. Yeah, pretty interesting. But, yep, interesting stuff. Bamboo. What else did I get into around here? I planted a whole bunch of stuff. I don't really have any place to plant stuff, really. Oh, I know something. I had this in the house. It's an old aloe vera plant. And I put it out here. It come off the table in the kitchen. It wasn't doing very good. And I thought, well, what am I going to do with that thing? And something got after it and ate a couple holes in it. But I thought, man, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's kind of dry. If you take your finger and put it in the dirt, and no dirt sticks to your finger at all, it's too dry. But I brought it out here, and then it seemed to take off and go. But there it is. A lady I was working with, a girl, she gave that to me, and I'll tell you, I've taken them branches off of them when they'll die like real close to the plant, and the rest of them will look really nice. And I'll take and peel the outer shell off and I'll eat that gel out of them. I've done that more than once. You can eat that gel right out of there. And it's pretty good, really. It's not bad. I got a bucket of water here. I'm gonna pour into it and get it super wet. Then I won't water it for a while. It's gonna be pretty hot for the next few days. So I'm wanting to water the old booger. So if I can do that now without making a mess, pouring it all over me, that'll get her wet, right? You'd think that would do it. I won't wash all the dirt out either. That should give her a good drink. And hopefully she'll keep on growing. I'll have to put some more water in this bucket because that's where the dogs get a drink when they're outside. They get thirsty. They'll run over and get a drink out of this water. So I got to fill it back up, right? I don't suppose you have to, but I'm gonna fill her back up. Whoa, don't spray myself. That hose is stiff. Fill that dude back up with water. Gotta hit it. I don't know, this stuff ain't what I call the easiest to do with one hand, right? There we go. Yeah, he wants a drink already. He's like, give me some of that water. And he'll drink it. He can splash it around all he wants to. Right there. Splash around all he wants to. You can make a nice mess and nobody's going to be disturbed. But if you do that in the house, people get unhappy because there's water all over the kitchen floor. Right? And I'll see if I can get him to come in with me. And if I can, I'll sign off. And if I put this video up, I hope you enjoyed just walking around with Ed and shooting the breeze. If you did, fantastic. If you didn't, well, hey, not everybody's got that entertainment chip, right? It's like, oh man, you bored me to death. Time I got done watching you, oh man, I could watch anything and not be bored, right? Could happen. It could happen. But yeah, I didn't have a whole lot to talk about. Henceforth, day after day goes by with me having not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, if I get into stuff, I don't want to get into controversial stuff or whatever. I just kind of wanted to do my musket club thing and have some fun with that. That was kind of the main goal, you know, have fun with the old muskets and stuff. And we haven't been doing a whole lot with that. So maybe we'll be able to do some more at a later date or whatever here, but I don't think I'm gonna mess with them. You know, it's just dry like that. They're talking, if we catch you trying to grill, starting fires, blah, blah, $1,000 fine. That's all, that's all I need. Somebody comes and says, hey, they're shooting muskets and throwing hot wads around. Oh, you did that, did you? Well, I guess I did. All right, and they write you out a ticket for $1,000. Man. Would you be unhappy? You want to go to court and fight it, huh? Yeah, you end up spending $3,000 or $4,000 to try to beat it, and if you win, ha ha ha, what did you win? That's the question. You win, oh yeah, he was right. Huh. That was wrong for them to do that, but hey, they said no burning, so I didn't know. Probably a bad idea, you know. If you are, you better be ready to take some water with you or something, or a fire extinguisher or something, so you can get that stuff out and pay attention and make sure that you're not setting any hot papers or wads or anything on the ground where you can get a fire started when it's real dry. Because, man, I'll tell you, that Canadian fire they had last year, that smoke coming down and everything, that was just horrible, you know. And so we just don't really want no more fires. It's hot enough out here without helping to heat up the atmosphere even more and adding to the globalist warming agenda. They're like, hey, let's set everything on fire, and then they'll believe us, right? Yeah, I guess they don't think that people were smart enough to put two and two together. But I got bad news for them. We are. We're way, way smarter than what they think. And I know you're smarter than what they think too. So, yes, I do believe. He does believe, he do. He do believe. He believe us, he do. Right? I should make up a song and sing it, right? No, no, don't do that. Sign off, sign off. Don't be trying to sing. All right, I won't sing to you. I'll talk at you later. Have a great evening, everybody, and God bless you.